shoulder. Hello there. So, today we're going to be squatting. What I teach people when it comes to squatting is everything that the bar touches has to be touched with care. You see a lot of people in the gym, and the bar's loaded as it is, and they just go under the bar and then they begin to lift. So it looks something like this, right? And then they squat, and it looks horrible, and they do half reps. That's not what we're doing today. Everything we do, we take our time. Every time that we touch the bar, we touch it with care. Right? And we touch it like we're trying to make love to it. Yes, I said it. Make love to the weights. Because that's essentially what you're doing. When you moan, when you grunt, you're actually moaning. Think about it like that, right? Touch it with care. So, you have the bar, you have your hands. The first thing that ever touches the bar is your hands. Place your hands exactly where you want them. Preferably a little bit outside the shoulder width, just so that you have more room. After your hands are set, head under the bar for a back squat. Where the bar lies on your back is completely up to you, but make sure it's comfortable. Place your feet and your body underneath the bar for stability. You see that? Then stand up. I'm gonna do it again. Feet and body under. Stand up. Back. Get comfortable. Remember, you're not rushing anything here. You're taking your time. When you're comfortable, set, breathe, in, down, up. Again, breathe, down, up. Getting into specifics, your feet, alright? When we talk about feet and foot placement for squatting, you want it to be at least shoulder width. The reason why you want shoulder width is because when you descend into your squat position, you want to be able to descend gracefully, right? So my cue is, or what I've been taught, is imagine you're taking the dump outside, right? You want it that gracefully. You want it to be that graceful when you are descending into your squat. So shoulder width. Maybe even a little bit outside, if it's comfortable to you. Right? Toes slightly pointed out. See that? Straight out. Descend. This has probably happened to you if you've been squatting. Okay? If your knees cave in, right? Imagine an elastic is around your knees and push them out. Alright? Push them out like that, right? So, remember that your knees follow wherever your toes are pointed. Knees follow toes, right? So, you see that? You see how my knees follow my toes? So you want to make sure that you're spreading it out. If your toes are pointed in, your knees will follow. Make sure that toes are pointed slightly out. So you can descend, take a dump outside. You have two types of squatting, right? So you have low bar and you have high bar. Now I'm going to demonstrate the two. First we're going to go with high bar. High bar is typically centered on or above your traps. Here we go. So this would be the highest point for high bar and the lowest point for high bar. Notice how these are my trapezius muscles right here. Okay? The bar is placed directly on it, and it allows me to keep my torso upright when I am in my descended position. I'll demonstrate with you. Did you guys see that? My torso remained upright. Okay? Now we're going to go to low bar. Low bar is typically on the lower half of your trap, and you're using your rhomboids as a shelf when it comes to bar placement. So it'll look something like this. And opposed to high bar, when keeping your chest up when you're descending, low bar, it allows you to use more of your hands and glutes, your posterior chain, and you're allowed to keep your center line of gravity. You have to bend over, which is perfectly fine for low bar squat. And I'll demonstrate what that looks like. Ass-to-grass, or better known as parallel, is a term used by powerlifters when determining if your squat attempt was a complete squat attempt. So, how to know if you're hitting parallel? How to know if you're hitting parallel? Okay. What judges look for in powerlifting meets is if your hip line, if your hip crease passes your knee. So it'll generally look like this. This would be parallel, or a little bit higher would be parallel. This would be breaking parallel, and this would be a rep. Okay. Then I'll show you again. Parallel, below parallel, failed rep. Half rep. I'll demonstrate that with a load on my back so that you can get a better idea of how it looks in play. Your squat depth is mainly determined by your ankle mobility. Me, personally, when I squat, I always tend to go a little bit past parallel, just so that when I have an obscene amount of weight on the bar, I know what it feels like to hit parallel, or I know what it's not, or I know when I'm not hitting parallel. Always video yourself, because video evidence is your best type of evidence when it comes to your major lifts. Watching this tutorial. If you like the video, if you learned something, make sure to like the video, tell your friends to subscribe. Now, get out of here and go squat.